I'm here to check the effect of my lunch on my fast. I keep saying fasting on my blood sugar level. This, of course, is not a fasting test. So I'm here to check the effect of my lunch on my blood sugar level. How my lunch is going to affect or impact my sugar level. Alright, so I'm here to check the effect of my lunch on my blood sugar level. I'm having brown rice, kidney beans, small egg, scrambled egg, beetroot sauce. This my lunch is concoction. It contains a lot of things. So I'm having rice. So let's check the blood sugar level first before we start. So I'm going to test it with glucometer. You see my glucometer? Hula! You see my glucometer? Yes. Alright, so I'm going to shake it right away. Fina, please get Lancet and this thing for me. Get Lancet for me. Swab is there. So on it, let's check the level first. Let's get to know what blood sugar level is. This is not a fasting blood sugar test. I've taken my breakfast, so I'm just checking my sugar level right now. Let me know how this lunch is going to affect my blood sugar level. Fina, the Lancet, please. Lancet is not there. Okay, let me get Lancet. Okay, I've gotten Lancet. I'm going to prick myself. Oh. I don't have continuous glucose monitor. That would have been the best. So I'm going to prick myself. Okay, let me wait for this to dry out a little. Thanks for the love, Scarlett. Thanks for the love. Thank you. So I'm not supposed to prick myself with alcohol on my thumb. So I'm going to prick myself. Ouch! So painful. So I'm going to reinsert this strip. It has gone off. So you see the strip. It has not given me a sign. Yes, I'm going to drop my blood right now. I didn't prick this thing well. So 79. My blood sugar level is 79 right now. So I'm going to eat my lunch. You're going to see me eat my lunch. Don't salivate. So you're going to watch me eat my lunch. And after an hour after taking my lunch, this is supposed to be done after 2 hours, but I won't stay here for 2 hours. So an hour after taking my lunch, we're going to recheck my blood sugar level. Or if you can hang on for 2 hours, then I will do it in 2 hours time. If you can hang on for 2 hours, I will do it. I'll come back live in 2 hours time to what I'm going to do. I'll hang um in here for 1 hour. I'll shake after 1 hour. Then in 2 hours time, I'll still come back to recheck my blood sugar level. This is not a fasting test, okay? I didn't do a fasting test. Meanwhile, hello, what this channel is about, this channel is about profiling solutions to metabolic health issues. So if you're struggling with diabetes, prediabetes, what have you, prediabetes, PCOS, overweight, this is the place for you. So I profile practical solutions for reversing these conditions naturally. Myself, I'm a PCOS warrior, and optimizing my metabolic health helped me to start taking it naturally. So all this channel is about is metabolic health. So I'm going to start right now. I actually digress to time myself. So I'm going to time myself. I think using timer. So I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour. Can you see my timer? I'm going to set it for 1 hour. So in an hour time, we'll shake again to see my levels. We'll shake in an hour time. So 1 hour. So in an hour time, we are going to check my blood sugar level again. So while we wait, let's chat. So what are you doing right now? I'm about to eat my lunch. You can see my lunch. I hope you can see it. This is I have a lot of things in here. Brown rice is here. Kidney beans is here. Carrots, both blended and cut. Beetroots, both blended and cut. Scrambled egg. You can see egg is also here. I'm supposed to start the timer after eating, okay, but because of time I'm not going to do that. See the way this test runs. We actually use it in the lab to check people's glucose tolerance. There are two ways to it. You can collect 5 different samples for the test, and you can as well collect only 2 samples for the test. This is oral glucose tolerance test. That's what it's called in the lab. Yeah, people do it online to check the effect of certain foods on their blood level. But the test we do it is a medical test that is done in the lab. But in the lab, we use measured glucose to run the test in the lab. And the essence of doing the test is to know a person's glucose tolerance. That's a person's ability to break down carbohydrates. All right, that's the essence of doing it in the lab. All right, so normally you can collect immediately after collecting the fasting sample. You collect the fasting sample first. Then after collecting the fasting sample, the person is given a glucose meal. You can dissolve 75 grams of glucose in water and give the person, okay, adding lime to it so the person doesn't feel like vomiting it. It doesn't make the person nauseous. Then you collect the first sample after 30 minutes. Then after 1 hour, you collect another sample. After 1 hour, 30 minutes, you collect the fourth sample. Then after 2 hours, you collect the last sample. Or you can collect the baseline sample, as in the fasting sample first, then give the person a glucose meal After that, you collect the 2 hours. After 2 hours, you time the person for 2 hours. After 2 hours, you collect the next sample. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this food right in front of you. In 2 hours time, I'm going to finish this food, so you see me finish it. Okay, the food is not well measured. Okay, we just want to, this is just a rough game. Okay, I'm going to check the effect of this my lunch on my blood sugar level. Okay, this is also ascertain if this food is metabolically healthy. Of course, to me, everybody's metabolism differs. All in this plate are low glycemic food. Everything I have in my plate are low glycemic food. Okay, the only thing that has high calorie here is oil, the oil I use to prepare it, but every other thing here have low glycemic index. The rice, brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, beetroots, even green beans is here. I forgot to put green peas. Yes, I add lots of fibers in my meal so that it's going to slow down the rate this the glucose contained in this meal get released in my blood. So the essence of being here, I'm going to finish this food right in front of you, and in 2 hours time I'm going to shake again. We're going to shake my blood sugar level again and know my levels after eating this food. Come join me. Let's eat. I don't understand French. Please, maybe later YouTube will interpret the French to me. And you know, one thing that is very important is that while eating your meal, it's very important you chew mindfully. Okay, you don't just you just rush through the meal. Okay, it's very important you chew mindfully. Okay, I don't do it all the time, but when I'm conscious I do it. All right, it's very important. You know, in this part of the country, in this part of the world, most times we don't chew our rice. We just, you chew small part of it and you swallow the rest. Okay, but the ideal thing is chewing your food with the fiber contained in it, chewing it with vegetable. I have green beans here, I have carrots here. So when you chew everything together, the fiber in beans will slow down the rate at which the glucose contained in this meal I'm eating now will go into my blood. So that's the essence of adding fiber in your meal. Beans also contains fiber. The rice I'm eating also contains fiber. It's white rice, though the white rice is overcooked. If you look at it, you won't even, if you don't know how white rice brown rice is, when you overcook it, you will not even recognize this brown rice. So it's overcooked. I cooked it yesterday and I'm eating it today. So, and one thing about brown rice, if before eating brown rice, it's very important you soak it for some hours before boiling it. It's very important you soak it because brown rice contains what is known as anti-nutrients, phytic acid, oxalates, and the rest of them. And these nutrients hinder the absorption of very important minerals like calcium, iron, and the rest of them. So Come and join me. Come and join me. I'm eating brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, beetroots, scrambled egg. All joined together. Come and join me. Come and join me. Come and join me. See, at the end of this, I'm going to tell you everything contained in this meal. And then we see the final results. The final results. Okay? I'm going to tell you everything contained in this meal. And you're going to see how, if you want to check the effect of food on blood sugar, you single out a single food and check the effects. Okay? But every food contained in this plate are low glycemic foods. So I did not single them out to check. Okay, I just want to check how my lunch affects me metabolically. Okay, so every single thing here are low glycemic foods. The brown rice, the kidney beans, the carrots, the beetroots, the scrambled egg, all of them are low glycemic foods. So after eating, I'm going to give myself 1 hour, and then I will check the effects of this food on my blood sugar. So even if you don't stay till the end, do well to check it out, okay, to know the effects of this food on my blood sugar. You can talk to me in the comments, okay, while I enjoy my lunch. After which we check the effects of this my lunch on my blood sugar. Okay. Everything contained in my plate are low glycemic foods. So we want to check how these low glycemic foods will affect my blood sugar. We checked my blood sugar and it was 79 milligram per dl. The time we checked it over how many minutes ago? Over 20 something minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, yes. So we checked my blood sugar, it was 79. And I'm having my lunch of brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, blended and cut, scrambled egg, and a little oil. So we want to check the effect of this food on my blood sugar. Please do well, you can talk to me in the comments so that this will be a bit lively, okay, while I dine my food. Please do well to give this video a thumbs up, okay? Do well to give this video a thumbs up. All right. So this is just to show you that we walk the talk. We don't just talk, we walk the talk. Okay. As someone with PCOS, one of the peculiar things about PCOS is that women with PCOS are predisposed to diabetes. They have a high risk for diabetes, not only diabetes, other insulin resistant issues. So in order to prevent that, you don't want to suffer from diabetes and other complications that comes with it. And even cancer is also a condition that women with PCOS are predisposed to. So you can prevent that by being mindful of the kind of food you eat. Everything contained in this plate are low glycemic food. Every single thing contained here except for the oil, which has high calorie, and I added very small oil. Every other thing contained here are low glycemic foods. So we're going to check how this low glycemic food will affect my blood sugar level. So we're going to check that in few minutes. Please give this video a thumbs up, okay? Please just show me some love, give this video a thumbs up, okay? Give this video a thumbs up. I usually get lots of likes on my live stream. I wonder, those people watching me today, you're not just. Please give this video a thumbs up, okay? So yeah, I'm done with my lunch. I've finished it. Taking my sachet water. So normally if you're someone struggling with insulin resistance or prediabetes or diabetes, this is what you should do after eating meal. Even before you start eating your meal, drink water. Before you start eating your meal, drink water. See, what water will do for you, water will help you to get filled faster. Then chew your food mindfully. So how I chewed my food mindfully. Okay, I did not rush my meal. It took me about 30 minutes. It took me close to 30 minutes to finish my meal, despite the fact that it's in a small plate. It took me close to 30 minutes, 26 minutes to finish my meal. We set this timer for 1 hour. It took me 26 minutes to finish that plate of amazing amazing food. So it took me 26 minutes. There are people that will rush through this meal in 5 minutes, they are done. If you're struggling with insulin resistance issues like diabetes, prediabetes, overweight, PCOS, and low energy, it's very important that before you start eating, that you drink water. Okay, then if you are, as you are eating, try and chew your meal mindfully. Try and chew the meal mindfully, and always add fiber in your meals. Always add fiber in your meals and chew mindfully. So after 30 minutes now, I'm going to check my blood sugar again. So we're just having a chit chat. Okay, after 30 minutes, I'm going to check my blood sugar level again. Honestly, the best would have been setting this thing to 1 hour. So to make this thing very valuable, this live stream very valuable, okay, we're going to reset this timer to 1 hour. So the 1 hour will start counting from now, because during the course of eating, I'm not supposed to time myself during the time I started eating. I'm supposed to start timing myself immediately after I finish eating, and I just finished eating now. So I'm going to set the timer for 1 hour again. Okay, for those joining now, okay, for those that just joined in, I've reset the timer to 1 hour. I just finished a beautiful plate with many colors. I had carrots in the plate, I had brown rice, I had kidney beans, I had beetroots blended and cut. Beetroot blended and cut, carrot blended and cut. I had green beans in it. It's supposed to also contain green peas, just that I missed that out. Okay, I have scrambled egg in the plate. So everything you can think of, the meal is very balanced. My protein is intact, the carbohydrate intact, the fat and oil very small. I added just very little oil. Of course, egg contains cholesterol, but the cholesterol, why some people are scared of egg is that, before now, it is assumed that egg increases one's blood cholesterol level. So people, we advise people with high risk for hypercholesteremia, that's high blood cholesterol and heart disease, we are told to abstain from egg. They were told not to avoid eating egg. But new research have shown that egg does not impact cholesterol negatively. Egg helps your body to produce good cholesterol, that's the HDL cholesterol, referred to as the good cholesterol. But in the actual sense, LDL is also a good cholesterol in its own way. HDL is a good cholesterol generally. But the thing about LDL, if you don't have enough LDL, God places all these things in our body for a reason. The only time that you start experiencing issues is when your LDL levels are high. If your LDL levels are within the normal range, there is not a problem, because cholesterol is very essential for many biological functions. You use your cholesterol to produce reproductive hormones. Estrogen, the main thing that helps the body to produce estrogen is cholesterol. Don't worry, if you're just tuning in, we're waiting till for 1 hour to elapse so we can check my blood sugar level again. We checked it before I started eating, and it was at 79. So we're going to check it again after 1 hour. So I just want us to chat while we wait for that 1 hour while we wait for 1 hour to elapse. Okay, cholesterol is very essential. Your body uses it to produce a lot of things, and if you don't have cholesterol, you are going to feel so cold during cold season, and you will feel so you're going to feel so cold during cold season, and it affects your cells. Your cells might melt during hot season, and they might become very rigid during cold season. So cholesterol is very important. It's very important. The only time you start having issues is when cholesterol is high. So balance is key in anything you are doing. Moderation is very key. Okay, having very high cholesterol is not good, but cholesterol is very good. Okay, you need your cholesterol to be within the normal level. Okay, you need your cholesterol to be within the normal level. You don't need it to be more than 200 milligram per day. You need it to be below 200 milligram per day. Likewise, your LDL cholesterol Okay, total cholesterol comprises everything: HDL, LDL, VLDL. It comprises all the cholesterol parameters. But your LDL cholesterol, which is referred to as the bad cholesterol, why it is actually being referred to as the bad cholesterol is because it's the lipoprotein. It's just a transporter. You know, the same way that insulin transports glucose in the blood, LDL cholesterol transports cholesterol in the blood. So it transports cholesterol, and because it transports cholesterol to your tissues, if it becomes high, it can cause build up of plaque on the arteries, which will eventually lead to arteriosclerosis and heart attack and other cardiovascular conditions. So that's why it is being referred to as the bad cholesterol. It's not like LDL cholesterol is actually bad. It is referred to as the bad cholesterol because of this reason. Thank you so much for the like. I've been waiting for this like. I've been waiting for someone to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up. Okay, I need more thumbs up. I need more people to be generous in giving this video a thumbs up. I'm so happy you gave it a thumbs up. Okay. All right, so that's the thing. Egg is not bad. Egg is actually good. It helps your brain to function better. Okay, egg is very good. It contains very a lot of amazing nutrients. So egg is not bad. And another beautiful thing in my plate, another beautiful thing that was on my plate, because I've devoured everything. Another beautiful thing that was on my plate is carrots. Carrot is also a low glycemic. It has more of course, anything that tastes sweet you should know contains sugar, but it contains sugar in low amounts. Another thing there is kidney beans. Kidney beans is also a low glycemic food. It has lots of fiber in it. So that's another beautiful thing in my plate. Another beautiful food there is I'm not is green beans. Yes, green beans. It's that one is fiber dense, like fiber dense. If you know what green beans is, you know that green beans is rich in fiber. It contains rich fiber. Don't worry. The beautiful thing about eating fiber rich food is that if you are struggling, if you have insulin resistance, if you have PCOS, if you're overweight, if you're obese, if you have prediabetes, if you have diabetes, all these conditions are rooted in insulin resistance. So if you have any of these issues, okay, now let me talk about insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is, just from the word resistance, it means something is resisting something. Insulin resistance is when your cells start resisting insulin. Who is insulin, or what is insulin? Okay, insulin is your body's messenger. Insulin is your body's messenger. And the message it delivers is the message of glucose. Okay, that's the message. The same way that when you get a product, you order for a product and a delivery agent delivers the product to you. That's what insulin does. If you order for glucose, your cells will order for glucose, and they order for glucose by making you feel hungry. That those hunger spanks you used to experience, by making you feel hungry. Okay, when you feel hungry, you need to refuel. Okay, so when you feel hungry, you eat. The order has arrived. Okay, and once that order arrives, once it gets into your mouth, it doesn't even need to get to the stomach to start for insulin to start doing what it ought to do. Okay, once that order gets to the mouth, okay, your mouth will start, the digestive process begins in the mouth. Okay, your mouth will start chewing, masticating, and during mastication, something mixes with your food, something known as salivary amylase mixes with your food. And once it mixes with your food, it's going to break that food down. It's going to break the carbohydrate part of the food you ate down. Protein does not get broken down in the mouth. It gets broken down in the stomach. So what gets broken down in the mouth is your carbohydrates. Carbohydrate, part of it to get broken down. The salivary amylase will break it down to monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide. Here is the thing, okay? I'm not here to bore you with scientific jargons, okay? Monosaccharide are just one sugar molecule. That's glucose, fructose, galactose, okay? Your salivary amylase will break down this food to glucose, fructose, galactose. Okay, it will also break it down to disaccharide, that's sucrose and the rest of them, and oligosaccharide, that's what have you, raffinose and the rest of them. So those are the molecules that your food gets broken down to. So yeah, I know some of you are hearing this word for the first time. Okay, so the most important thing is actually understanding how this whole thing impacts your health. That's the most important thing. Not you don't need to memorize all this jargon. I have them in my head because I'm a metabolic biochemistry educator. Okay, I've been teaching students metabolic biochemistry for going to 5 years now. So you of course is something that is expected of me to know. Okay. So now, once food leaves your mouth and goes down to the stomach, in the stomach, digestion of carbohydrates ceases in the stomach. Carbohydrate does not get digested in the stomach. Okay, it's going to move down to your small intestine. In the small intestine, there is something contained in the brush borders of your small intestine. That's your intestinal wall. Your intestine has wall, okay? Your room, the same way your room has wall, your intestine has wall, okay? There are enzymes on the wall of your intestine, and this intestinal enzyme will get released, okay? And pancreas too will also release its own. Pancreas will release an enzyme known as pancreatic amylase. All of them will jam together and descend on the food. All these enzymes will descend on the food and break them further down, and break the food further down to glucose. That's what everybody calls blood sugar. That is the blood sugar you hear people ranting about, you hear people talking about. Okay, everything will get broken down to blood sugar. All right. Now, this blood sugar, insulin, as the messenger that it is, will carry it as an obedient messenger and go to your cells. Dear cell, open up, your fuel has arrived. Okay, the cell will open up and receive glucose. It is glucose that your cell utilizes to function. You know, the same way you fuel your gene and it is able to generate power. Okay, it's able to generate power in your house. It's able to power your electrical devices. Okay, glucose is the fuel that powers your cells. Did you get that? Glucose from carbohydrate rich meals is the fuel that powers your cells. It's the fuel that enables your cells to perform their biological function. That is why if your body is not getting enough glucose, you start feeling weak, you start feeling fatigue. Okay, you start experiencing other you get low energy. Okay, so that is that. Now, this is what is going to happen. Normally, when insulin knocks, the cells opens up and insulin goes in, the liver and glucose goes in. Insulin does not even go in. Glucose goes in, insulin goes its own way. But when there is insulin resistance, this is what happens. Insulin will bring glucose as usual to deliver to the cell, but the cell will close up. The cell will not open up to insulin. And because the cell refuses to accept glucose that insulin wants to deliver to it, glucose will pile up in the blood. Blood sugar is going to pile up. You're going to have a rise in blood sugar. And that rise in blood sugar is very bad. It can cause a lot of havoc in the body. It can cause inflammation. And this inflammation could lead to other health complications. It could lead to cancer. It could lead to even erectile dysfunction. It could lead to arthritis. It could lead to this condition that menopausal women usually experience, osteoporosis. So the insulin resistance it affects a lot of things. It causes a lot of complications. Insulin resistance causes a lot of issues for people. Okay, so that's it about insulin resistance. What brought me to insulin resistance? Okay, I was talking about the food I ate being low glycemic foods. Okay, and I tried to explain that those who should be more mindful of the kind of meal, what is in their plates, are people with insulin resistance issue. And I tried to give it some concept. I tried to explain what insulin resistance is, because even some persons living with insulin resistance don't even know they're living with insulin resistance. Current research says that 88% of people have insulin resistance. Many persons are living with insulin resistance without knowing it. Many persons are living with insulin resistance without knowing it. So insulin resistance is not something that is uncommon. Just that many people have it and don't know they have it. Many people have insulin resistance, but they don't know they have insulin resistance. So we're waiting. It's remaining 44 minutes. Oh, time is not running. Time should run. I need to be out of here, man. Time should run. I need to be out of here. Scarlett. Anna Rosado, thank you so much. Thank you very much. And 2 persons commented. I appreciate your comments. In case you're interested in I shared how I helped a client reverse her prediabetes in 2 weeks. Prediabetes and diabetes are reversible. Personally, optimizing my metabolic health helped me to start conceiving naturally with PCOS. I have PCOS, and optimizing my metabolic health helped me to start conceiving naturally. And that's why the fact that, yes, I'm done giving birth. I've given birth to the number of kids I want. And some people will think that there is no need being mindful again of your diet, of your lifestyle and all that. But it's still very, very key, because PCOS predisposes one to a lot of other health conditions. Okay, so that's I've given birth and I'm not fat. It's even the more reason why I should be mindful, because I have the tendencies to add. I have a high tendency to become overweight and obese. Okay, don't worry. I said I'm going to share a picture of myself in the community today, so that you will see that I'm not chubby even after giving birth to 5 kids. You will think I've not even dropped one. Something happened yesterday. Okay, I went to school yesterday to invigilate my course exam, and for some reasons I decided to mark the scripts and wrap up everything yesterday. So a colleague saw me and she was querying me on what I did to flatten my tummy. I'm not a gym person. I don't kill myself in the gym. I exercise, but I don't kill myself in the gym. Just diet and lifestyle. It's all that helped me to stay the way I am, to stay the way I am. Even another colleague of mine, another very good friend of mine, who is also on YouTube, and she shares fertility solutions. The day I told her that I'm a PCOS warrior, she was amazed. She was like, "Ah, you don't look it, like, as in, you don't look it." I don't have to look it, and you don't have to look your condition too, okay? This is a place, this should be a community of people who are committed to becoming metabolically healthy. Even if you have a family history of diabetes, it doesn't mean that you must go down with diabetes. That you have a history of diabetes. Of course, as a PCOS warrior, that I'm a PCOS warrior does not mean I will go down with diabetes. That you give birth to big babies does not mean you will go down with diabetes. That you have gestational diabetes, anytime you get pregnant, you become diabetic. It doesn't mean you will give birth, you will go down with diabetes. With lifestyle, you can prevent or lower your risk for these things. With lifestyle, you can lower your risk for these things. Okay, so that you have some predisposition does not mean that is a must you will go down with those conditions. Therapy and having them even helps you to be mindful of your health. Some people without them are very reckless, and at the end of the day, they end up getting these conditions. Okay, a woman I helped some, that was ending of last year. She's in her late 60s. Her mother is in her late 80s. The irony of the thing is that this woman's mom in her late 80s is very okay. She's not experiencing any condition, any chronic health condition at all. But the woman herself, because of her lifestyle, she's already diabetic. Diabetes is not in her family history. She does not have a history of diabetes, but she's already down with diabetes. In as much as I don't really blame her, because of her current situation, people resort to easy to fix meals, easy to access meals, just to meet up. Okay, just to meet up. We run a very bustling lifestyle, and in our quest to meet up with the demands we placed on ourselves, at times we don't eat healthy, at times we don't live healthy. You will sit for hours without moving. You will sit for hours and hours upon hours without moving. You will stress yourself so up. Like yesterday, I I did something yesterday, though I did not violate the rule so much, but I violated it a little, because I was determined to, I want to be coming live daily, okay, to share something with you. I want to be coming live, not really daily, anytime I can. I want to come live and share something with you. I believe that by coming live, people will connect more with me, and of course buy into the information I am sharing. So I came back. I actually marked the script I marked yesterday. Normally, it will take me 2-3 days to finish marking those scripts. But because of the target I needed to hit, I had to mark everything yesterday with the help of some students anyway. So I was bent on marking that script yesterday. So when I came back, I was not exhausted when I came back, but I don't have to wait till I get exhausted to rest. So when I came back, I had help at home. When I came back, I don't have a living help, but someone was on ground to help me with things. So I saw that as an opportunity to do live. That's like adding extra workload to the one I had already done. So I saw that as an opportunity to come live, and I came live yesterday. And wow, that's live. I'm not supposed to stay on the screen by that time. The way I've planned myself, the way I've scheduled I'm not supposed to be on the screen, because I think that live stream was around 7. And normally I love to turn off the screen once it's 8. At most, once it's 8, I love to turn off external lights. Okay, I love to reduce my exposure to phone lights and even TV lights once it's 8 p.m. But I violated that rule yesterday. I violated that rule at 8. I was still with my phone. After the live stream, I had to go through to listen. I had to listen to myself, and I had to review and give myself feedback on the live stream. So I violated my own rule yesterday. Okay, I did not walk the talk yesterday. I'm making an open confession. So yes, but then the thing about that phone raise at night is that it interferes with how you rest at night. You know, once the day start brightening up, your melatonin levels start going down. Once darkness begin to set in the evening, your melatonin levels start rising a little. And melatonin helps your body to heal. If going up and down, encountering different kinds of stress, emotional, financial, and the rest of them, causes raises some bad chemicals. There is a way this man put it raises some bad chemicals in your body, and it's during your night sleep that those toxins get cleared away, and melatonin helps in the clearance of these bad toxins. So you don't want anything that will interfere with melatonin production. Melatonin picks up at night when everywhere is there, it's thick dark. So you don't want anything that will interfere with your sleep, that will interfere with your melatonin production. So having screen and to phone lights before you sleep can interfere with your sleep and melatonin production. To reduce your exposure to phone lights and other external lights an hour or 2 hours before bedtime. An hour or 2 hours, 2 hours best. The best is 2 hours. Reduce phone exposure 2 hours before bedtime. Okay? It will help you to sleep better. It's going to help improve the quality of your sleep. Your sleep quality is going to improve it. So that's the beautiful thing about reducing your exposure to phone an hour or 2 hours before bedtime. If you are someone with insulin resistance, it's very, very important that you prioritize having quality sleep. Quality sleep will help your insulin to function better. So it's very important that you prioritize having quality sleep. Sleep also helps your body to distress. Okay, so it's very, very important that you prioritize having quality sleep if you have insulin resistance. Even if you don't have insulin resistance, if you keep on not sleeping very well at night, over time it's going to accumulate and harm your health badly. So it's very important that you prioritize your sleep and ensure you go for quality sleep an hour or 2 hours before you sleep. Reduce your exposure to phone lights. We are waiting for 1 hour. Gosh, I'm so tired. Let me stretch myself. I've been sitting for 1 hour plus. Oh. I don't know if I shared that. It's also very important that If you have insulin resistance, you walk after meal. Once you finish eating your meal, you walk around, okay? You walk for 10 minutes after meal. The way we talk about fasting blood sugar, that's not the only test you actually do to check your insulin resistance. There are more important tests you can do so that you can pick insulin resistance early, because the only time fasting blood sugar will help you to know if you are insulin resistant is when you become pre-diabetic or diabetic. Okay, when your fasting blood sugar levels start running in the 100 and something. Okay, once you have between 100 and 126 is pre-diabetes, then anything from 126 upwards is diabetes. The last person I helped to reverse her diabetes, hers was 137, and she was able to bring it down in 2 weeks time to 120 something, and that way it kept going down, till it got to 90 something. So yeah, I'm going to check myself in 29 minutes time. Okay, we have 29 minutes remaining. Okay, so I took a meal of brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, beetroots, blended and cut, scrambled eggs. What again do I have on my plate? Green beans. Green beans, that's everything contained in that plate, and a little oil. So we're waiting for 1 hour to check the effects of my lunch on my blood sugar. So we've taken the first measure. It was 79 when we checked. My blood sugar level was 79 when we checked, and I finished my meal 26 minutes after I came live. Okay, so we're waiting for 1 hour so I can check my blood sugar level again and see the effect of this food. The foods are said to be low glycemic. That means they contain the rates the glucose contained in them get released into the body is low. So that means they are not supposed to give me a blood sugar spike. So I'm going to check in an hour time to see if the rise in my blood sugar level is pronounced or not. So an hour will soon be here. It's remaining 27 minutes. Okay, so an hour will soon is gonna be here in 27 minutes time. We're going to check the effect of this food on my blood sugar level. So while we wait, I want us to talk. What do you want me to talk about? I am a metabolic health researcher and educator, and all I do on this channel is show you how you can reverse conditions rooted in insulin resistance, like diabetes, prediabetes, PCOS, overweight, obesity, and other insulin resistant issues. So I've been the one doing the talking since I started, though Anna, Rosato, and Scarlett, Solar, Zona, they were lively when we started, but I don't know what happened. I don't understand French. It's unfortunate, but I think I'm going to screenshot the chat I'm going to screenshot it so I will check it up later. Hey, hello, welcome, I cannot pronounce your name. It's not Asan Narutu. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, thanks so much. Do well to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All I share is ways we can optimize our metabolic health, especially for people living with PCOS, diabetes, prediabetes, overweight, low energy, high blood cholesterol, how you can reverse these conditions naturally. That's what I share here, how to manage and reverse PCOS, diabetes, overweight, how to lose weight naturally, how to reverse PCOS and diabetes naturally. That's all I share on this channel, how to optimize our metabolic health. That's the core message I share here. So if that's of interest to you, please consider subscribing. Please consider subscribing to this channel, okay? And do well to give this video a thumbs up. Right? Do well to give this video a thumbs up. So we're waiting for 1 hour to check again the effects of my lunch on my blood sugar level. We're waiting to see the effects of the lunch I just took on my blood sugar level. I finished my lunch about 30 minutes. It's not 30 minutes, that should be 40 something minutes ago. So we're waiting for 1 hour to check the effects of my lunch on my blood sugar. Normally we should have waited for 2 hours, but I don't have 2 hours, so we're going to wait for 1 hour. Okay, we're going to wait for 1 hour to check the effects of this food on my blood sugar level. Oh, yeah, so we're waiting for 1 hour to check the effects of my lunch on my blood sugar level. The first time we checked, it was at 79. Then I ate a plate of brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, beetroots, um green beans with a little oil and scrambled egg. So we're waiting for 1 hour to elapse so we can check the effects of this food on my blood sugar. So we have 23 minutes remaining. It's remaining 23 minutes for me to check that. It's remaining 23 minutes. Once it's 23 minutes, I'll check to know the effects of the food I ate on my blood sugar. I didn't do any exercise, only stretched myself a little. Normally, if you're struggling with insulin resistance, you should do a little mild exercise after eating so your muscles can take up glucose without the help of insulin. Okay, that's the essence of walking for 10 minutes after meal if you have insulin resistance. But I did not walk. We just want to see how this food is going to deal with my blood sugar. We just want to see how this food will affect my blood sugar. So I don't want to interfere in any way. The only thing I did was to stretch myself because I've been sitting here for hours. So the only thing I did few minutes ago was to stretch myself. After the stretch, I came back and sat down. Okay, so once is 1 hour post meal, we're going to check. And I told us that this test is done in 2 different ways. Okay, but online we do it in only one way. You shake the baseline level, then time yourself 2 hours after eating, you shake again. But because I don't have 2 hours, I'm going to check after 1 hour. But for high glycemic meals, you don't even need to wait for 2 hours. High glycemic meals start releasing the glucose content in 15 minutes time. Okay, once you take them 15 minutes, the sugar level, your blood sugar level has started rising. So in 30 minutes you should have a spike. In 1 hour you should even have a higher spike. So normally the test is done in the lab. We call it oral glucose tolerance test. That's your checking your body's ability to metabolize glucose. Okay, so you start timing from, you check the person's baseline sample, that's the fasting sample, before the person takes anything, before the person eats anything. You check the person's level. Okay, you collect sample for that. You might not check it immediately, you can check everything collectively. You collect the person's samples down and keep it down. Okay, that's the baseline sample you collect and keep it down. Then in 30 minutes time you collect another sample. In an hour time you collect another sample. In 1 hour 30 minutes time you collect another one. Then in 2 hours time you collect another one. You can as well do it this way. You collect the baseline sample, that's the fasting sample. In 2 hours time you collect the second sample and check the person's ability to metabolize glucose. And what we use in the lab, we don't use whole food, we use glucose meal. That's glucose in a ready to absorb form. Okay, you give the person a glucose meal, glucose 75 grams of glucose dissolved in water. You add a little lime so the person, it does not nauseate the person and make the person want to vomit. Okay, so you give it to the person and start timing. Once the person takes the drink, you start timing the person. 2 hours after the person had taken it, depending on the method you want to use. If it's the one that collects 5 samples, if it's the one that collects 2 samples, you start checking. Okay, 2 hours after meal you check the person's level to see how the person is able to deal with glucose. So if the person is unable to metabolize glucose well, it shows that the person have glucose intolerance. And people that have this glucose intolerance are people with gestational diabetes, people with pre-diabetes, people with diabetes. They usually have very bad OGTT. That's very bad glucose tolerance. That's poor glucose tolerance. They are unable to metabolize glucose well. What that means is that 2 hours after the test, the glucose level ought to have reduced because your fasting has already been checked. So 2 hours after the test, after the glucose meal, your blood sugar level ought to have come down in 2 hours time. But because of insulin resistance, your cells resisting insulin and transporting glucose to them, delivering glucose to them, glucose will pile up in the blood and you experience a steady glucose, a steady high glucose level. Okay, you will experience a steady high glucose level. Glucose will remain high in your blood for a long time. So that's that. Glucose will remain high in your blood for a long time. So to all those who commented, I am very grateful. To everybody that liked, to the person that liked, I am grateful. To the person that will watch the replay and give this video a thumbs up, I am also grateful. Thank you so much. For me, this is a learning journey. I'm following the process. I have something to share, though I am yet to I have a solution for people living with insulin resistance issue, and I believe that the people who I'm called to serve will see me and join me. I'm here to connect with people. I do this live not because it's very comfortable or convenient for me, but because I want to connect with people who my message is for. The people my message is for, that my message resonates with. I want to connect with them and of course help them solve the metabolic issue they're experiencing, be it diabetes, be it PCOS, be it prediabetes, be it low energy. Maybe you feel tired even after eating, even after sleeping 7 8 hours, you still see yourself struggling to get up from bed, you see yourself struggling with fatigue, I am here for you. You're overweight, you've done everything possible to lose weight and you are still not losing weight. You have belly fat, you've done everything possible to shed some belly fat and it has not gone out. I am here for you. You have diabetes, you've been struggling with diabetes is reversible right now. You just need to learn how to reverse diabetes and put in the work. There is work to be done. If you want to reverse any of these things, there is work to be done. It took me time preparing this meal for myself and my family. This kind of meals take time before you finish cutting. I don't use manual I don't use automatic cutter. I use manual. I use knife and cutting board to cut my veggies. It's not like I have something cutting it for me. So you have to pay the price to win the prize. Okay, you have to pay the price to win the prize. You have to discipline yourself to a reasonable extent, but having someone inspiring you will help you get the motivation you need to put in the required work. So this is a kind of a place to steer you on the right path to go. Okay, this is to steer you on the right path to go. So you do what needs to be done for your own sake. You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for yourself and for us, because there is a purpose for which God created you. If you live recklessly and die anyhow, you're not going to serve that purpose fully. There is a purpose upon your life, and taking your health serious will help you to fulfill that purpose fully. It will help you to maximize every single potential that God has deposited in you. And the beautiful thing about being metabolically health conscious is that it's going to help you perform better. You'll be more productive because your energy level will remain high for a long time. But if you're somebody who is not metabolically mindful, you see yourself having energy crashes because of the kind of things you eat. You might have very high energy in the morning, then in the midday, your energy will start going down. You will lose focus even. You will not concentrate on what you are doing. You will be unable to concentrate. You will be unable to concentrate on the tasks you are doing. It's when you concentrate on what you are doing that you can give it your best. It's when you are focused on what you are doing that you can actually give it your best. If you are not focused, you cannot give that thing your best. So that is it about being metabolically health conscious. If you are metabolically health conscious, so many other things fall into place. There are people experiencing some conditions now because they are not metabolically okay. I read an article that suggests 90% of people are metabolically unhealthy, and it's possible. The research I concluded last year consolidated on that fact, because that research, I expected that menopausal women will have just the metabolic issues among menopausal women because of the hormonal imbalance that happens during menopause. But hey, some premenopausal women were already having metabolic issues. Normally, estrogen shields premenopausal women from certain things. It shields premenopausal women from high blood cholesterol, diabetes, high blood sugar, and the rest of them. But unfortunately, some premenopausal women were already experiencing these things even when they've not hit menopause, because of the kind of lifestyle we've adopted. Yes, I know that this food industry, they are not making things easy for us. They are bringing a lot of garbage out. And because we are living a very busy life, everybody wants to meet up with demands, the daily demands. People rush out in the morning to return very late in the evening to meet up daily demands. And because of that, you go to easy to access meals. You go to easy to prepare meals. Preparing this kind of meals, very healthy meals, it takes a lot of time. But you can batch cook. You can batch cook during the weekend. You can cook your meals in large quantity during the weekend, so that Throughout the week you will see healthy meals to fall back on. Okay, please take your health serious. Your metabolic health affects every other aspect of your life. It affects your reproductive health. It affects what have you. It affects everything. It affects the way your brain functions. It affects your skin. If you're not metabolically mindful, you will have acne. It won't be only stress causing the acne. Insulin resistance will worsen the acne up. You predispose yourself to cancer. Okay, so metabolic health comes with a lot, and being metabolically mindful shields you from a lot of health issues. So it's very important. Prioritizing your metabolic health is very, very important. If you're someone who don't exercise, it's time you start exercising. If you're someone who don't drink water well, it's about time you start drinking water well. The good thing about drinking water is that water will help your body to clear out excess glucose from your blood. Water helps you to clear out excess glucose from your blood. Exercising helps to boost your insulin sensitivity, because during exercise your muscle take up more glucose, and during exercise your muscle is the biggest consumer of glucose. Your muscle is the biggest consumer of glucose. So during exercise your muscle opens up without the help of insulin and takes up glucose, and the more muscles you have, the more you are able to metabolize glucose, and the better your insulin sensitivity. So exercise is very, very important. The prioritizing your diet, going for healthy meals is also very key. So it's remaining 9 minutes. Let me stretch myself again, please. Oh Jesus. Oh gosh. So we're waiting for 1 hour. Is remaining 9 minutes. 1 hour will soon be here. Is remaining 8 minutes plus. Okay, the person that just joined, please stick around and see my blood sugar level after taking a meal of brown rice, kidney beans, carrots, beetroots, green beans, and a little oil and scrambled egg. Okay, I will shake that soon. I have my glucometer here. I have my lancet here, and I have my strip right here. So it's remaining 8 minutes. Let me get my swab. Let me get my swab. So yes, all right, getting ready. It's remaining 7 minutes. Right, it's remaining how many minutes? 7 minutes. It's like I'm going to do it now. I'm tired of staying here. I'm tired of sitting here. Hello. So we are about to shake my blood sugar level after a plate of brown rice, kidney beans, green beans, a little oil, and scrambled egg. So once it's 5 minutes, I'll get on with it. Once it's 5 minutes, I'll get on with it. I'll be here for long. Gosh. Okay, I'll wait for 1 hour, so we'll not get anything. I wait for 1 hour, so don't guess. I'm supposed to be on my way right now, but let's do this. Let me get whew, 5 minutes to go. Oh, let me drink water, please. It's meaning 4 minutes. I wanted to snap this because I don't really understand. I'll check them out. So I can check it out later. When I wait. Okay, my subsequent life will be screencasting, hopefully. So it's about to. This this 1 minute is taking too long. Okay, so it's remaining 59 seconds. I can't wait. I can't wait to see my levels. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Someone should catch me checking this live. Okay, getting ready. Getting ready for it. Getting ready for it. The strip is here. Okay, let me insert the strip while I wait. Okay, it's asking me to drop blood, so I'll drop blood right now. Time up. Can you see that? Time up. So we're going to check it right now. We're going to check it right now. Nobody is here to catch this live. So we're checking. Hey, pricking myself is easy for me to prick people, but pricking myself is usually very hard. So yeah. So you can see the level. See the level. If it was more than 140, I would have been worried. It's 124. Okay, so it added, I think, about 50 milligrams of glucose. Okay, after 1 hour. This is 1 hour postprandial. Okay, this is 1 hour post meal measurement of my glucose. I measured it before I ate. It was 79, and I'm measuring it an hour after eating, and it's giving me 124. So that's the difference between 124 and 79 is almost 80. So the difference between is 44. Okay, so it's 45. Okay, so it added 45 milligram. Already it has added 45 milligram of glucose extra. Okay, and it should go down in 2 hours, but I will not be here to check it in 2 hours. It should actually be less than that in 2 hours, but I will not check it in 2 hours. Okay, normally I should check this in 2 hours time, but because of time I cannot sit here waiting for 2 hours. I checked in an hour, and I told us that there are two ways, there are two routes to this test. The most important thing is that you are tracking the effects of that food on your glucose. You can see that this is obviously a low glycemic meal, and it did not influence, it did not hike my sugar so much. It added 40 something, and if I'm to shake this in 2 hours time, it was have calmed down. Maybe possibly when I get home I'll shake it. Okay, I'll start timing again. Okay, I'll come to another life and check it in an hour time. I just started timing. I'm going home right now, so once I get home I'm going to shake again. Okay, so you people are going to pay me for, hey, sorry, I stopped it. Let me on it again. Okay, once I get home I'm going to shake again and tell you the measurements. Okay, so that's that, and catch you in another video. Bye. Hey, if you are hoping or you are struggling with PCOS, overweight, obesity, high blood cholesterol, diabetes and prediabetes, consider subscribing to this channel. Okay, Bye bye.